Greetings, this is Dr. Papa, and I am going to show off every weapon in Roblox High Realms. Those of you that have not played this game before, it is created by DV and his phenomenal crew of developers, and it is a better form of islands in many different ways. So without further ado, let's go test some weapons. The very first weapon that you get is your wood sword, and naturally it doesn't do very much damage. But we're going to go over here and fight some of the smallest creatures, the slimes. For your wood sword, it's going to do 4 and 6 points of damage, and then as soon as you have collected just a few stone, you're able to create your stone sword. Stone sword is going to give you a little bit more damage, doing 6 to 9. So not a great improvement, but certainly some. Probably within your first day, you'll not only be able to get your copper sword, which does 8 to 12 damage, and your iron, which does 16 to 24. Let's double check that again. Of course, I didn't get any criticals that time. $16 to 24 definitely on the iron. So those you can easily get to on your first day. And next up is your cobalt sword. I'm going to come over here and hit some of the higher level slimes that are level 10 instead of level 5. Fine, be that way. By the way, if you don't know, eating food is a way to gain your health back. Still working on the cobalt sword, doing 20 to 30 points of damage. Now, it's probably going to take a day or two of grinding through to get to these higher level weapons. Not only do you need the materials to make the weapons, but you also have to attain the levels. So you can't do your copper sword until you're level 5. You need level 8 for the iron sword, 12 for the cobalt, etc. And yes, you can do this many levels in your first day if you're grinding a bit, but you'll also need to attain the materials to create the swords. One of the things I really like about this game is until you're eligible to use the weapons, it does nobody any good to beg you to get them because they can't use them anyway until they attain the levels to be able to use them. I switched up to the gold sword there and forgot to mention how many points of damage it's doing, so let's get up here and get another guy done. Alright, we're doing 32 to 48, 32 to 48 on the gold, and then with the diamond sword, we're doing 48 to 72. Once again, that's 48 to 72. Now, those are all of the standard weapons that you can get the materials and make. Then there are specialty weapons. Each one of these specialty weapons does extra damage to a particular creature type. And then finally, there are weapons that have to be acquired through specific means. So we'll talk about these three first. First up is the diamond knife. That is acquired by mining diamond materials in the mines. You have to be level 20 to even get into the diamond area. And once you're in there, you can start mining diamonds if the little blue guys don't kill you. And from the diamond materials itself, you can pick up the diamond knife. To get the diamond hammer, you have to kill those little blue guys. And then you have a small percentage chance of being able to get this hammer that does rather massive damage. It does 100 points of damage, but it's kind of slow. Looks really cool though. And then finally, the trident is only acquired through the treasure chest that you get from fishing. Incredibly low percentage chance to get it. Sorry, talking and getting beat up here. It does between 40 to 60 points of damage. So it's not, it is the rarest weapon in the game, but it is definitely not the highest damaging. Let me get some health back here before I go taking on these other ones. So the slime sword does extra damage against the slime. You'll see how it's pretty much just slicing through. It's almost as good as the, well, against slimes, it is incredibly good. Hold on. Got a guy that came up here. Be sent back. More on that in a moment. Okay, so it's doing 64 to 96 with the slime sword. The bone sword has extra damage against rattles. Those are the little skeleton people in the mines. So hold on with me a moment while we pop over to the mines. Another quick way to get there is just type in /mines. And then the rattles are in the third section. The third section. You're going to go through here and get over here where you can use your bone sword on rattles. 64 to 96 on them. 64 to 96 on the rattles with the bone sword. While we're in the mines, we're going to go ahead and go down to the, oops, sorry, got out of my way. We're going to go down to where the munchers are. Specialty sword for them is clockwork. My perspective, the clockwork is the most difficult to get as far as those that you can craft because of the number of materials that it takes. It takes materials both from the gizmos and from the munchers themselves to be able to craft this sword. And finally is the Inferno sword, and this has special damage against the flame guys. Both the red flame guys here and the blue flame guys in the diamond mines get extra damage for them from the Inferno sword. These guys are pretty tough. Recommended that you attack these in a group or be ready to do lots of watermelons. And when they gang up on you, it's no fun at all. $64.96 with that sword on either type of flame guy. I'm just going to jump here, and you've already seen how to get to the Grim area. That was the one that I helped kill up on top of the hill, but we'll just show you right quick again. The Twilight Sword is a multi-part sword. You have to make the Twilight Blade, and then you can make the Twilight Sword. And for each of these specialty swords, you have to be a particular level against that that creature class. So for the Slime Sword, as an example, you have to be level 25 fighting slimes. For there are similar requirements for each of the other swords. The Twilight Sword that we're heading over here with is currently the largest damage in the game. I'm using dash to get across these, and it does 72 to 108 on everything else. And then it does some really nice damage against the Grimthorns themselves. So let me get down to the Grimthorn. Let me get healed up before I go down. Sword back in play. Let's go fight a Grimthorn. And these guys hit hard. See, I'm doing 144 to 216 against one of the most difficult creatures in the game at the moment, and that's because I'm using the sword that has special damage against that particular creature. In regular play, I use the Twilight Sword all the time because it just does more damage than anything else, regardless of what creature I'm attacking. Anyway, that's every sword in Highlands or High Realms Roblox at the moment, and looking forward to new weapons as time goes on. But for now, that's all we have. Thanks.